Hey, this is Antonio. Welcome back to my channel. I'm working on some fighting words. But before we go any further, I need for you to like this video, and as always, I need you to please subscribe to my channel. So in this video, I want to talk about the great and exciting news of Kell Brook versus Amir Khan, a fight that should have happened at least, I don't know, maybe 7, possibly even 10 years ago. It should have happened a long time ago, but who cares? It's happening now. And some people might, oh, they're not what they used to be. No, they're not what they used to be, but they're still good enough to put on a well performed performance. I'll say it like that. Um, I don't feel like I don't feel like either one of them has lost anything for the other, and I hope that makes sense. Because I know, like yes, if they were fighting somebody else, then it'd be like, do I really need to see Kell Brook fight this person or that person? But I think with these two, so many questions have never been answered. Like who's that top dog over there, in the UK, and they've always had this tension and this beef, and it was never settled. It was never settled, and I think it's great, honestly, that we're getting it. It's been a while since we had a true blue grudge match, and this is it. I mean, we're talking about, like I said, like a decade in the making. This is the definition of a grudge match. They do not like each other, have never liked each other, should have fought before. If you talk to Kell Brook, he'll say, well, Amir Khan never wanted this. And if you talk to Amir Khan, he'll say, for what? He's never been on my level. Well, they're on the same level now, and they both want it now. So we get the benefit of seeing them fight. I hope you're as excited as I am for this, because you're going to get everything. You're going to get the skills and the speed of Amir Khan. You're going to get the toughness and the grit of Kell Brook, the sheer muscle of Kell Brook, because he's not no lay down fighter. It's going to be a good one. This is going to be a good one. This one's going to be a smash. And it's tough to say because both of them have had their losses, but it's how they've had their losses where it's like, I really don't know. I really don't know. Like, with Kell Brook, like his eye is a problem now. And you're talking about you're fighting Amir Khan, somebody as fast as Amir Khan, somebody who has like literally, if there's a perfect jab, Amir Khan has it. Like, it's a perfect jab. It's a perfect jab. All right. The only other person that I can honestly think of, well, two other people who have better jabs than Amir Khan would be Oscar De La Hoya, and then, in my personal opinion, Sonny Liston. But Amir Khan has an amazing jab. It's fast, and like he's consistent with it. Like he's consistent with that jab. Now you think about Amir Khan's jab and Amir Khan's speed with Kell Brook's, compromised area of his face. There's something there. But Amir Khan, his chin has always been questionable. Now, I could make the argument and say, hey, it was Canelo who tapped that chin. True, but his chin has been questionable. It is what it is. And if you're fighting somebody as tough and gritty as Kell Brook, it could be an early night. It can be an early night for either one of them. You're talking about Amir Khan, who could just work on that eye all night. Like he's a fast fighter. He has great footwork. So he could literally do, because he was literally, if you go back and watch, he was fighting the perfect fight against Canelo. The perfect fight and winning at ease. The only reason why he got clipped was because he stopped. Like literally, just because he stopped. He got way too comfortable and he got clipped. If he just does what he does best, stick and move, and use that jab properly and just keep pumping the jab, it could be a very grueling night for Kell Brook, because you're not going to get your hands on him, and you're going to be busy with that jab the whole night. And once Amir Khan, like, he gets in his groove and he feels it, you got that jab, and then you got combinations, and then you got real problems. But when you go at Kell Brook, you got somebody who's more than capable of rushing you. I mean, this is a guy who broke down Sean Porter, a younger, wilder Sean Porter. So that's got to let you know something. This is a guy who, in my personal opinion, gave Errol Spence his hardest fight. Like, Yeah, the Porter versus Spence fight was very difficult for Earl Spence. But if you look at the Kell Brook versus Earl Spence fight, Spence not only backed up, but like he had to run away, like just to compose himself and get himself together because Kell was just coming on that strong. So Kell Brook is no rollover. Kell Brook is no walk in the park. I don't care who you are. He's not a walk in the park. You know, like in my opinion, he never should have been in there with Triple G, personally. But he was, and he fought valiantly. But he never should have been in there with somebody that big. This is a good matchup. This has all the components of a great fight. Um, I can see this. I can see. I mean, I can definitely see this ending early. Uh, I can see Kell clipping Amir Khan. I could see Kell Brook clipping Amir Khan round one. I could see Kell Brook clipping Amir Khan middle rounds. If the fight gets past like round six, I see Kell Brook swollen up. And I don't think Kell Brook can see that well once we get past round six. Now, that's going to be the problem. So, what happens when you can't see that well and you got a guy who's as consistent as Amir Khan, as fast as Amir Khan, and as knowledgeable as Amir Khan? When Amir Khan's not in a firefight, he's I don't want to say he's a perfect fighter, but he's darn near close to it. When he's not angry and when he's not being touched, because Amir Khan does have he has a mean streak. If you hit him, he wants to hit you back, and I mean instantly he wants to hit you back, and that doesn't always work well for him. You know, actually, it doesn't work well for him at all. You know, when he's best is when he's just being dominant and he's just kicking butt and taking names like the entire fight. When he's composed, when he's breathing, and when he's got some distance, when he's just sticking and moving. But when Amir Khan gets planted, that's when all his troubles arise. When he gets planted, when he plants his feet, and he wants a showdown, that's when all his troubles arise. But like I said, if this fight goes to like the middle rounds, I see Kell Brook with swollen eyes. So yeah, he can rush Amir Khan, but he's going to have to make the fight as ugly and as dirty. He's going to have to make it into a street fight, a brawl, because probably not going to be able to see that well if you get to rounds 6, 7, 8. Probably not going to be able to see that well. And you better make it gritty. You better make it hard. You better throw some elbows. You better, you better make it, as rough and tough as possible if it gets past those middle rounds. And do I see Amir Khan knocking out Kell Brook? No, but I see him beating him down to the point where his corner will be like, you know what, let's just wave the flag. His eyes compromised again, because I do think that's going to be his issue. I've seen injuries like that before. They don't go away. Yeah, you can heal it, but it doesn't go away. It's not a problem to him now because he's not fighting, but it's not going to go away. It's never going to go away. That's going to be with him for the rest of his career. And I don't foresee him having a whole lot of fights left, but still, that's going to be with him until he hangs the gloves up. Just like Amir Khan, though, and on the flip hand side, that chin is not going to get more durable, because it hasn't gotten hit in a while. No, if anything, I feel like it's going to be. I'm not going to say it's going to be weaker or anything like that, but I do know Amir Khan. One of his issues, I would say, is he doesn't stay in the gym, as opposed to like Kell Brook. Kell Brook is in the gym. Amir Khan doesn't stay in the gym. When it's fight time, Amir Khan will go to the gym. Kell Brook has already been in the gym. That's the difference. So who do I think is going to be better prepared? I definitely think it's going to be Kell Brook. Who do I think is going to have a better game plan early? Hands down, Amir Khan. We literally know what to go after. It's not a secret anymore. You've been compromised. We know what to go after. Everybody in the free world knows what to go after if they're going to fight Kell Brook. It's not a secret. I'm not going to the body. I'm not doing any of that. I'm going straight for that eye. I'm going straight for it. I'm gonna work on that thing from round one until it ends. Either I knock you out, your corner throws in the towel, the referee saves your life, or you just don't get up off the stool. Whatever you pick which one. But I'm going straight for that eye. You know, so it's a very compelling fight, and it definitely leaves room for something very dramatic in the end, because I don't foresee this going the distance, and then it's going to be left to the judges. I just do not see that, and there's so much built up animosity between the two guys that they'll be role prepared. It's one thing if you let somebody from America beat you or whatever. Not that anybody wants to be beaten, but it's another thing if you let Kell Brook beat you. After all the years you've been saying that you could easily take this guy out, or you let Amir Khan beat you, after all the years you've been saying that he's been running from you, it's something totally different. I think these guys are going to come in well conditioned, and I think these guys are going to come for one thing and one thing only: to destroy. That's it. But those are my thoughts. You know the routine. Drop comments down below, and please like and please subscribe.